Welcome all SCA melee fighters. Today I'd like to discuss the tactics of two fighters against one. All else being equal, in most situations the single fighter wants to make a quick move to the right in order to get to the flank of the two opponents. The reason for moving right is that it keeps the shield toward the enemy, while moving left exposes the sword arm. Once on the flank, the single fighter hopes to use one of the opponents as an obstacle to block the other opponent while trying to find an opportunity to score a kill. When fighting as part of a two-person team against a single opponent, the goal is to surround the opponent by approaching at 45-degree angles. If the opponent moves, the two-person team needs to work together to keep their opponent surrounded. Once in position, the fighter should be aggressive, with one fighter throwing high attacks while the other fighter throws low attacks. Common mistakes when on the two-person team are the two fighters getting into each other's way by both trying to run to the middle, one fighter sprinting much faster than their partner was planning to run, splitting too far apart, and pivoting in place if the opponent moves to the flank. When one fighter is fighting with a polearm, that fighter needs to be careful not to get in the way of their partner by swinging in front of them. Typically, the polearm fighter should be thrusting at the body from the left side or swinging high and hard at the head from the right side. Of course, this changes if either the polearm fighter or the opponent is left-handed, in which case they should throw leg attacks at the sword arm side of the opponent if that's the side that they're on. The dynamic of the two-person team changes when one of the fighters is a spear fighter, as they have a hard time defending themselves in close range. In this case, the spear needs to stay out of their opponent's range and use their partner to hide behind. The partner's job is now largely to keep the spear fighter alive by cutting off the opponent. One common misconception is that the spear fighter needs to begin behind their partner. As long as the opponent is more than 10 feet away, there's no need to hide, provided that the partner is close enough to protect them when the opponent charges. When looking at the 2-against-1 scenario from the context of a larger fight, keep in mind that the best tactic for the team of two is usually to win the engagement as quickly as possible, while the single fighter should probably look to run away and join up with a larger unit of fighters. If you like this short instructional video format, I've created several playlists as part of my SCATok video series and have included links in the About section below.